To the Face Off, I'm your host Marcus. This is the series where we pit two opponents against each other for 5 rounds. At the end of the 5 rounds, the opponent with the most points will be declared the winner. In this episode, we look at two of the most polarizing figures in all of WWE, Hulk Hogan and John Cena. Just before we get started, just remember this is my opinion, and if you don't like my opinion or have a different view on it, please let me know in the comments below, and we'll get started with round 1. Whether you love him or hate him, John Cena has been one of the biggest stars since The Rock, and some consider John Cena to be one of the greatest of all time. When we look at John Cena's entrance theme, it's one of the most annoyingly catchy theme songs that WWE has ever produced. With the trumpets and the horns going off in John Cena's theme song, it's become memed ever since 2015. Pretty much everybody knows John Cena's theme song these days and always knows that trumpet introduction that his theme does have. I would say that the theme song has become a very silly theme song in WWE because of the memes that have come out of it, but it is still a very good wrestling theme song and very, very iconic. Me personally, I can't take this theme song very seriously since it's become memed back in 2015. During Hulk Hogan's reign as WWE champion and also being the face of the largest organization in wrestling at the time, his WWE theme song symbolized his character in the best way possible. Back in the 70s and 80s, when you heard Hulk Hogan's theme song, the crowd would spring to their feet enjoying that the Hulkster had arrived. The crowd would just always come alive when Hogan's triumphant theme kicked in. And that's why for this round, I'm going to give the point to Hulk Hogan. His theme song when he was at the top of WWE was the embodiment of a real American hero and a hero in the eyes of the WWE universe. Hulk Hogan wins the first round. As we all know, there is a lot of times in his promos that John Cena can become kind of goofy, but we do forget sometimes that he can take his promos very seriously, and he still is considered to be one of the greatest talkers in WWE. When John Cena is on and he is switched on, I don't think there is anyone who can compete on his level. I don't think there is anyone close in WWE that is capable of doing what John Cena can do, especially now with the superstars in WWE. Whether it's his hilarious raps, his meaningful and sympathetic promos, or his disses to his opponents, John Cena is a tremendous talker and his charisma has always served him well in WWE. Hulk Hogan is the foundation that pretty much is what WWE is built on these days. And as all of us do know, it wasn't Hulk Hogan's wrestling ability that made him the star he is today. It is the promos and the character that Hulk Hogan had. The fans just drew to him because of his supercharged charisma. You could see Hulk Hogan's influence every time you turn on WWE on TV. Without the Hulkamaniacs, there would be no groups of fans that happen in today's wrestling world. His catchphrases, his look, his energy made him entertaining for many years. Without Hulk Hogan, there would be no characters that exist in the WWE. Without Hulk Hogan eating his vitamins, saying his prayers, and running wild in WWE, who knows what WWE would look like these days. Hulk Hogan wins the second round. I'm going back to it again. Love him or hate John Cena, the fact of the matter is John Cena has had some great matches and fantastic rivalries in WWE. His charisma, his wrestling ability, and his work ethic have become incomparable to other superstars in WWE. But you can't be the best if you don't have the best opponents alongside you during these feuds and storylines. John Cena has faced off against some of the greats, including The Rock, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, CM Punk, and Edge. John Cena's also had many great matches, including CM Punk at Money in the Bank in 2011, AJ Styles at the Raw Rumble in 2017, Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins triple threat at the Raw Rumble 2015, and Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam 2013. Hulk Hogan has received a lot of criticism over the years for his backstage influence and backstage politics. However, Hulk Hogan was involved in some of the best rivalries in WWE and WCW. Those include Sting, Andre the Giant, Randy Savage, The Ultimate Warrior, The Rock. Hulk Hogan has participated in some matches that are still fondly remembered to this day. Some of those matches include Hulk Hogan vs Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 6, Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3, Ric Flair at Bash at the Beach 1994, and The Rock at WrestleMania 18. Both stars have had great feuds and matches over the years. However, I am giving this round to John Cena. The man to me is just a much better wrestler than Hulk Hogan ever is or was. And there is still a long list of matches, great matches in fact, that John Cena has had that I haven't even mentioned. So to me, John Cena wins the third round. Round 4 now, we're going to look at the accomplishments that both John Cena and Hulk Hogan have had and compare them against each other. When we look at John Cena, we can see he has been a 16-time WWE champion, 5-time United States champion, 4-time tag team champion, a Money in the Bank winner, and a 2-time Royal Rumble winner. Now looking at Hulk Hogan, he's a 6-time WWE champion, 6-time WCW champion, 1-time tag team champion, 2-time Royal Rumble winner, and a 2-time Hall of Famer. As much as I think Hogan has had a very impressive resume and very impressive accomplishments, I'm going to give this round to John Cena. The reason why I'm giving it to John Cena is I feel like he has done everything possible in WWE. I mean, there is obviously one title he still hasn't won, but he's pretty much done everything you can do in WWE. Also, I can't go against a man who has 16 world title reigns. So for me, this round is also going to John Cena. John Cena wins the 4th round. Both stars have impacted both the wrestling world and mainstream world, becoming big stars in and out of WWE. Both John Cena and Hulk Hogan have had their fair share of doing movies and TV shows. There may not be two more iconic wrestlers in WWE like Hulk Hogan and John Cena. John Cena and Hulk Hogan have held the WWE title over the years many different times, making them the most influential superstars of their generation. Looking at the impact, Hulk Hogan bought into the idea that WWE was sports entertainment. He linked to a wider audience and saw Vince McMahon's vision. Bigger entertainment, bigger crowds, bigger lights, bigger stars. John Cena's impact in WWE is that he's been the face of the WWE for over a decade and has a lot more accolades than Hulk Hogan has. I believe he's a better performer than Hulk Hogan and also has a passion for wrestling that Hulk Hogan just didn't have. I don't think anyone in WWE can compare to John Cena in terms of their relationship with the WWE Universe, whether they're booing him or they're cheering him. Comparing both of these stars, I do believe Hulk Hogan did create sports entertainment, or what Vince McMahon envisioned, but I believe John Cena has taken that ship and sent it to the moon. There is a reason why John Cena is still so loved and so hated at the same time. He has the ability to garner so much attention from the WWE Universe that a lot of superstars in WWE just aren't able to do. And I would say that is why I believe John Cena has had the bigger impact in WWE than Hulk Hogan has. And that is why I say John Cena wins the final round. And there is our winner, and what a comeback it was for John Cena, coming down from 0-2 after round 2 and finishing off strongly with 3-2. Did you like our answers? Did you not like our answers? Please let us know in the comments below. This has been episode 3 of the Face Off. I will see you for episode 4. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you did. Goodbye.